Just 2 years ago, Alex and Ani founder Carolyn Rafaelian was sitting in her airy, nautical-themed Venice Beach home, hobnobbing with one of hip-hop's greatest artists. Over coffee with O'Shea Jackson Sr., better known as Ice Cube, the jeweler mapped out plans for an audacious $10 billion bid for nearly 24 of 21st Century Fox's regional sports cable TV networks. Rafaelian, who had invested in Ice Cube's 3-on-3 basketball league made up primarily of former NBA players, was ready to commit $1 billion of cash and debt, essentially gambling all of her then estimated $1 billion net worth. That unlikely deal never happened. The pair was outbid by Sinclair Broadcast Group, but Carolyn Rafaelian could be forgiven for wishing that her money was tied up in televising local sports rather than in Alex and Ani, the Rhode Island-based charm bracelet maker she founded in 2004. It's been a terrible, horrible, really bad 18 months for Rafaelian and her celestial jewelry brand. Alex and Ani's lender cut off its line of credit, sales tumbled and at least 2 lawsuits have been filed. Rafaelian was forced to give up 1/3 of her stake in the jeweler. She was first asked to step down as Alex and Ani's CEO and then claims she was fired as its designer. Her net worth has plummeted from an estimated $1 billion in June 2017 to roughly $100 million. Don't feel too bad, she still owns at least a dozen homes, including spreads in Rhode Island, New York City and Venice Beach, California. It's a dramatic reversal of fortune for the entrepreneur who starred on the cover of Our Richest Self-Made Women issue in June 2017. Back then Alex and Ani was pulling in revenues of $550 million. Now it's more like an estimated $420 million and Rafaelian, 54, is moving on. A week ago, in front of a roaring fireplace at her Belcourt mansion in Newport, Rhode Island, Rafaelian announced in an Instagram video that she would no longer be designing for the company she founded. "I am excited to tell everyone that I've started a new company called Metal Alchemist. Metal Alchemist is where I plan on continuing all the love and the efforts and designs that support things that are truly important to me, such as the Armenia Fund," said Rafaelian, whose grandparents were Armenian immigrants. The jeweler, who declined to comment for this story, was vague on the details and Metal Alchemist's website gives little further information, although it appears to be launching during the holiday season this year. Rafaelian's troubles first became public in July 2019, when Alex and Ani, named after her 2 oldest daughters, filed a gender discrimination suit against one of its lenders, Bank of America, seeking $1.1 billion in damages. The company claimed that Bank of America treated it differently because it was female-led, specifically cutting off the company's revolving line of credit in December 2018 after a woman was named chief financial officer.